Hello. Oh, man. Guys.
So smooth.
Huh?
If you were to look at food, how would you describe what you're doing? Would you say that you hear food or you feel food?
I feel like I feel food.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jay.
What?
Nicky, can you help him out?
You're just touching the food?
No, like
Are
in my
both
soul.
of you idiots?
Probably.
Are both of you so stupid?
Yeah, I think so.
If you're looking at food,
Yep.
do you hear food or do you feel food?
You know,
or do
you-
you smell food?
You see food.
Seafood!
Oh, son of a bitch.
Seafood!
It's almost too obvious.
That is the topic
wow.
of this week's episode.
Almost too
Holy
obvious.
shit.
You guys are so god fucking damn stupid.
That was a weird place to put fucking. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. That was a
I don't
weird-
care.
That was a weird place to put it.
When you're angry, you put curse words where they don't belong.
Sure, of course you do.
Oh my god.
That's fascinating.
Oh
Did
man.
I-
This is the seafood episode.
Awesome.
And I feel like you guys couldn't see food if it was right in front of your faces.
Did I ever tell you guys a story about when I tried to go to that dope ass, very famous seafood restaurant in Boston?
Yes.
I think I told you the story. I don't think I told you the story, Matt.
No.
So-
you didn't.
For the listeners, my girlfriend, not a big seafood fan. Not a big fan of fish, or especially not like shellfish specifically. She thinks they're bottom feeders and they're disgusting. She tried oyster once.
That's kind of accurate.
She tried oysters once.
They're basically spiders.
Right. Well, that's what she said. She's like, they just eat garbage. That's what they eat. They eat garbage, and then you're eating the garbage that they eat. And I'm like, don't ruin my fucking oysters, man, and my scallops. Don't ruin.
I
it.
was at Hooters the other day, and they were like, "We've got $1.50 oysters." I was like,
Oh, I don't want no part of that shit. Anyways, the
I've
first.
had dollar oysters that weren't bad.
Oof, I don't know.
I'm not willing to risk it.
It's a. You're taking a chance there.
I've gotten food poisoning once from oysters,
So, anyways,
but I don't learn my lesson. Both me and my mom got oysters from a hotel bar, and we both got food poisoning. Yeah, it was terrible.
yeah, oysters are tricky. So, anyways, we're in Boston. There's this restaurant called the Neptune, and it's known to be the best seafood restaurant in Boston by far, not even close. And Boston's known for its seafood because it's right off the ocean, and there's the coast there, so there's a lot of really good seafood there. Like everybody knows that they're famous for clam chowder and et cetera. et cetera.
Chowder?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Chowder or chowder?
Chowder. J. Chowder. In any case,
Crowder. Jay Crowder.
J. Crowder. Clam Crowder.
He's not on Boston anymore,
No,
is
he doesn't play for
No.
Boston anymore.
Boston.
He plays for.
That was the right one.
How do you say
Boston?
Utah? Is that right?
Utah.
Is that right?
We should ask Kelly.
Welcome to Utah.
That sounds like a Mormon accent. Anyways, so we go to the Neptune. I'm really excited to eat there, but Amber's not a seafood fan by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm hoping that they have a non-seafood item, and they do. It's a burger with mussels on it, which I'm like, come on, guys. Like, clearly the people are looking for the burger because they don't want seafood. Why? Don't do that. Just give them a burger. So anyways, it's a 2-hour wait. And for the people who know my lady friend, she's not a big fan of waiting for longer than, 30 minutes.
Is she a fan of anything?
Maybe Jay.
Anyways, yeah, she likes me sometimes. But anyways.
Is she a fan of Michael B. Jordan?
who-
Let's not talk about
She
that.
very much is. Oh, God. I think we all are.
Who
so anyways,
is not?
we,
Oh, my goodness.
we're waiting to eat.
I might be
goodness.
bisexual.
No doubt about that. So we're waiting to eat, right? And she just starts realizing, I really don't want a burger and there's nothing else here for me to eat. This is not going to be a good experience. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. Like, as much as I want to eat here, and I may never come back to Boston, we got to eat something. It's late. It's our last night. We'll go somewhere else. So we can't decide where we want to eat. We decide, you know what? Let's drive around. We'll go to a different neighborhood. And then as we're driving around, we see an Italian restaurant right down the street. So we park close to that Italian restaurant. Now, the spot was questionable. I wasn't sure if I could park there or not, but it was like 11 o'clock at night, so I just said, fuck it. So we go into the Italian restaurant. We eat the food. It was pretty good. Right at the end of the meal, I'm signing my check, and I see this guy get out of the car that he's in and walk towards my rental car. So immediately, I'm like, fuck, he's going to give me a ticket or something, or he's going to try to get my car towed. So I sign the check, walk out the door, and the moment that I'm about to be like, hey, man, that's my car, he pulls a razor blade, a knife, out of his pocket and pops my back tire. Just puts a knife directly into my back tire. So I immediately, like, I'm screaming at this dude. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck would you do that? And he's like, well, it's my job to make sure that you don't park here because this is a valet spot and you didn't pay for valet. And I'm like, well, now the car's going to be stuck here, you asshole. You should have fucking got it towed, you fucking idiot. So anyways.
That's very aggressive towards a man with a knife.
That's a fair point. So anyways, long story short, he ends up giving us a ride home because he felt bad. And the next morning, he picked me up to go back to the car to pick up our belongings.
What the fuck?
And then
he
offered to give us
tire and gave you 2 rides.
He was a Puerto Rican guy. He could tell that I was Puerto Rican. He was like, I'm sorry. Here's the kicker. We're in the car.
Wait, you're Puerto Rican?
Dude, I'm going to smash this fucking beer bottle over your head. Anywho,
we're drinking Puerto Rican beer. It's Pacifico.
It's not Puerto Rican. You're breaking
because
my heart.
Puerto Rico is in the Pacific Ocean. We all know that.
Man, you're breaking my heart. Anyways, on the way to driving us back to the Airbnb, he says, man, my wife tells me I got to stop doing this.
The best part about that is Jay doesn't know whether it's in the Pacific
I really don't.
or
I really,
Atlantic
really
Ocean.
Don't. Anyways.
It's the Atlantic Ocean. It's the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's my long-winded Boston seafood exploration story where I got my tire popped.
Seafood.
So very long-winded. So good Lord. This is the podcast that eats with you, yays with you, and loves you way more than those other podcasts. Guess what? Listen to those podcasts.
Drink your bathwater, listeners.
Damn it, Jay.
The fuck?
What?
Go, Matt.
This is why you always interrupt me right when I'm gonna make a Drake reference. Like you both have done that.
Sorry.
But yeah, I just want to say that listening to those other podcasts are not pods playing.
I'm not mad that I interrupted that.
I enjoyed it.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Yeah, every time like God's plan comes on, I think it's a sign. I don't know for what, but yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's your boy, Cold Stone Cream Austin. I'm opening up a pint of whoop ass on your ears, your earlobes and your ears, and all the things on the side of your head. I'm opening up a pint of whoop ass all over the side of your head. I hope you're wearing over-the-ear earphones, not just earbuds, because I need to whoop the whole ass. I don't whoop the inside of an ear. I open up a pint of whoop ear instead of whoop ass because we're a podcast. Oh man,
that's good.
What can I say? It's Pod's Plan, and it's your boy, future WWE champion. When I defeat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, Romain Reigns. Ooh. Coming through the crowd.
That works with the song.
Yeah.
I thought that was the song. That was dope.
It's a new yay. Yes, it is. New yay rocks. New yay rocks. New yay rocks. New yay rocks. All right. And you know what? We're just going to go ahead and skip the man in front of me's intro because he has a job to do.
Let's go. Here we go. Yo. When I see food, I see red. Give me clam chowder with a side of bread. Every day I'm making all my money. Yes, and I get all the honey. Hey, J Baby in the house. We recording the pod where we talk about seafood in your mouth. Yum, yum. Oof.
That was pretty good.
I'm coming back, man.
I'm impressed. Like, relative to your other performances, relative to, like, music and sounding good, no.
Yeah, bars low.
Very low. Speaking of low bars, the man to my left, introduce yourself. Got him!
That felt borderline unnecessary, but I
It
enjoyed
was
it.
so unnecessary. I'm sorry. I apologize. I love you, Nicky.
I'm Nicky Quiles, a.k.a. Bill Burger, a.k.a.
How did we not think of that?
I don't know.
That was a good one.
AKA
He has a gift.
a.k.a. Bill Rye, the gluten guy. a.k.a. the artist formerly known as Blintz.
Oh, God.
That is. I'm gonna kiss your feet. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna kiss your feet today.
Oh, man.
That was great.
Bill Rye. That's so good. Oh, Bill Rye, the gluten guy. Oh man, that is hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so before we get into seafood, I would like to know.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
What'd you guys cook this week?
It got pretty boring, but I made a really nice.
What a great way to start a story.
So I made a couple things this week. I have this soup that I like to make. It's just like a very brothy soup with some chicken and some kale and some carrots. It's just easy to make. You just chop them up, throw them in there, boil them.
Give me a kale, yeah.
Kale, yeah.
You guys are so talented. I gotta set my game up. And then on Sunday, Amber and I baked a steak and then just seared it on the top ever so slightly, which was really nice.
Oh,
It cooked
like a
really
reverse sear?
Yeah, basically.
That's how I would cook steak.
It's the way that I've cooked chicken for the longest time, just because like I struggle with cooking chicken, and like steak is also another one too, because it's fun.
I actually always do my chicken, like sear it first and then put it in the oven.
Ooh,
that
that
makes
sounds
sense.
good.
That makes sense, because then you can kind of slow cook it, and it stays nice and juicy
it gets
inside.
So, like chicken thighs cooked that way,
Yeah,
so good.
yeah, we did that, and then I cooked some chili this weekend as well. So I had a nice little cooking weekend. Amber and I this weekend. I'll wait till next week, so hopefully we actually make this weekend, and it'll all turn out real nice.
Maybe, yeah. And then for me, I made some boneless pork ribs that were very good, and I made it with like hot
What
sauce.
are boneless ribs?
Yeah,
Don't bones make?
yeah, it makes the
them
rib.
ribs?
Well, it's the meat that's usually around the rib bone, but it's no bone.
You can buy it without the bones. Or
Yeah.
did you take it off the bone?
No, they had it off the bone.
Was it made with tofu?
No.
Did you buy it from McDonald's?
Yeah,
they
was it a McRib?
No, it was just all they
I
did
don't
was
think that counts as cooking if you just bought a McRib.
No.
Is that even in season?
what? No, what is? Are you guys fucking with me?
I can't tell.
I can't eat it.
Why would I fuck with you?
I don't know.
This is not a comedy podcast. This is a food podcast.
Right, we
I would
take
not
shit
fuck
very
with you.
serious. We're trying to
I
get
would
that
not
James
make.
Beard
I would
award.
not make jokes
you-
about ribs.
So you were talking about your McRib. What were you saying about your McRib?
I made a McRib from scratch.
That's clever.
Yeah, but it was pork ribs.
I actually have a story about boneless things, but after
Sounds
you're
creepy.
Yay
Done.
emotion.
It's not that creepy.
But I made that, and then I got this like sort of it's not barbecue sauce, but it's called like a Northern Alabama barbecue sauce, but it's made with egg whites, so it doesn't have any sugar or anything in it. And it's really good. It's tangy. It goes very well with fish too, because I put it on salmon at one point. But yeah, I was very happy about making that. I swear to God, boneless pork ribs,
Okay,
my McRib.
I'll find out.
I don't believe him. Anyway, moving on.
What did you cook?
First, I want to tell a story. So, other Kelly, not Kelly O'Bleep, she, I hung out with her the other day, and we decided to order Buffalo Wild Wings, and she did not give me specific instructions on what kind of wings to order.
Oh boy,
She just said Asian zing and garlic parmesan.
that sounds pretty specific.
Not enough, because I ordered traditional wings. What kind of wings do you order? Traditional or boneless?
Depends on the mood. I'll usually go traditional, but I used to go boneless all the time.
I think boneless wings are chicken nuggets.
That's true.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you?
Fancier.
Traditional or boneless? Nikki?
I usually do traditional, but I also every once in a while want to feel like a kid again, so I get boneless.
Yeah, well, we know now
Yeah,
that Nicky
you're-
loves boneless pork ribs, boneless wings.
Yeah.
But so I ordered traditional, and she was not happy. She was very upset with me. She just assumed that everyone got boneless, which is not true.
No.
And she said to me, "It's like I'm gonna Snapchat my friends and and show them what you did, and I guarantee they're gonna say dump him." And literally, she Snapchatted her friends the picture of the wings, and the first response was a girl who said, "I don't know this girl." She's like, "I don't know who Matt is, but dump him."
I just want to be clear. The age of consent is 17, so you shouldn't be dating teenagers when it comes to...
She's 22.
Okay, well, I don't understand her wing preference. That sounds like
Right?
a ridiculous thing to say. And also, snapping her friends for an opinion on... I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. She's gonna love this shout out. She's got like shout outs on every episode
Kids
for the last
these
like
days.
4 episodes, and she's gonna hate this one. But
Oh, that's weird. Kelly, other Kelly, if you're listening, you're wrong. You're wrong.
you're gonna meet her tomorrow.
I'll meet you tomorrow.
At Nicky's show.
I'll tell you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very passive. I'm probably not gonna tell you to your face. I'm gonna say, "Hey, nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, "But listen to the podcast."
I want to know my true thoughts." Let me tell you something.
Take this opportunity to shit all over her.
If I was stone cold, this is what I would tell you. My opinions are about your wing choice. You're fucking wrong, Kelly. You eat those fucking bones, and goddamn it, if you use a fork, we're gonna dump you. That felt good. That felt good.
Oh goodness, she's gonna love this. She listens to every episode now.
That's very thoughtful. Thanks for listening, Kelly.
Shout out to other Kelly.
Yeah, make sure you give us a rating and review. Same with everybody else.
Yeah, review the podcast.
It'd be nice if y'all could do that. It'd be awesome. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I just texted her saying you're about to get a shout out. She's like, "For what?" with like 5 T's. And I'm not gonna tell her.
You'll find out on
now
Friday.
she would know. Hello.
You'll find out on
You'll
Friday.
find out on Friday at 3 a.m. when I scheduled the podcast to be released.
Stay tuned. Anyways.
I know I'm the host, but I have to text her and be like, "You'll see."
You'll see.
That'll go over super well.
I know. I guess I don't want to be happy. I don't know. Anyway, so let's move on to seafood.
Yeah.
I love seafood. Possibly my favorite type of food.
Definitely out there.
Quick question, though. Do you count sushi as seafood?
Yes.
No. I do not.
Fight.
All right.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Wait.
It's about to be a girl fight.
Guess what? We haven't done this in a while, but it's time for food court.
Sorry. That was supposed to be a gavel.
Dun,
All
dun.
right.
All right, buddy.
I would like to know, what are your arguments? I'm going to allow Nicky to go first.
After you, bitch.
Wow.
Your Honor, what am I arguing for?
Sushi as seafood. Does
Sushi
count
is
as
seafood, sir. It's fish. Fish comes from the sea. You see the fish in the food? Seafood.
All right.
Interesting.
I was hoping for more pomp and circumstance, to be honest. But
I can
Jay, what's
be
your
pompous if you want
Interesting
me to.
points.
You're
sir.
done. Jay, your turn.
Listen here, Your Honor. Listen here, Your Honor. I would never consider a food that has a sliver of fish to be seafood. Okay? Would you consider a Rice Krispie to be candy because it has a marshmallow in it? Probably not. Right?
Objection. Yes, you would. It's
We're gonna let him
candy.
interrupt my
You
case.
can't just
It's
be
an
like,
objection.
Objection, I disagree.
Here's what
that's not how court works.
Going back
You've
to-
never watched Law and Order?
That's how my court works.
Going
It's
back
not your court.
Order.
It's my court.
order. My
All right, I'm gonna have him removed. I will throw you out of this court
You're not the
if
truth.
you don't.
You can't handle the truth.
Your Honor.
You don't get your shit together, I'm gonna throw you out of this.
Your Honor, proper seafood is a full slab of fish and or shellfish. It has to be served with a side dish of some sort. It has to be a full slab of fillet of some sort, and that's the only way that it qualifies as seafood. Sushi is a category of food in its own right. We had an entire podcast about it.
I don't agree with any of that, but you win because your argument was better.
Oof. You don't agree with any of that?
No.
How can... I'm
gonna
let the song finish.
Well, I feel like you both kind of lose. Well, this has been Food Court. Maybe next time I won't spring it on them. But great job, guys.
Thank you.
Your arguments both sucked, but in different ways.
All right. You got me. You don't think that sushi is not seafood?
I think it's seafood. Yeah.
See, it's just like it has its own category. It's its own category of food.
I agree that it has its own category, but it's a category inside of seafood.
All right, you
know
call it a subcategory. You're wrong, but that's fine. Yeah. Anywho, what's next on the agenda?
We haven't gotten to the agenda.
All right.
I've just been bullshitting. I would like to know, what is your favorite seafood?
Interesting. I like salmon for sure. Although I feel like that's the obvious answer.
Salmon is great.
I don't think it's the obvious answer.
For a lot of people, I feel like salmon is like the one fish that they eat.
But we're including shellfish. I think for me, like probably the most popular, like when you think seafood, what do you think? Shrimp.
Shrimp is popular. I'm also
Shrimp
like
or lobster.
Give me scallops any day of the week.
But that's not a super popular thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like.
But
I feel like a lot of people are like.
It's I'm saying
What's a scallop?
It's one of my favorites. And I told this. I think I told this story on a previous podcast. But when Amber and I first started dating, I made a big ass dinner and I cooked scallops with like a white wine sauce. It was like a scallop pasta with white wine sauce, and I was super proud of it because it came out really well. And then when she got to dinner, I found out that she didn't like seafood. So she didn't eat any of the food. I put a lot of effort in that. Probably should have asked her first.
You should have. Yeah.
Bad communicator.
You always should double check when it comes to seafood.
You got me.
Want. Oh God. I'm gonna do a bad job hosting because I'm so hungry right now.
Starving.
Oh man,
Scallops are my shit.
I know it's super late, but should we get food after?
Yes, 100%.
I won't be able to.
He
go,
won't be able to, but
yeah.
you and I can go somewhere.
Yeah, sorry, y'all.
Anyways, so yes, I like scallops.
Nicky is the worst
I know.
with his terrible argument. And actually, you're both the worst. Both of your arguments suck.
I think that's wrong. I made a good case. I pounded my fist a lot.
You said a lot of words, but they were all wrong.
But I had a lot of conviction behind my words, and I think that's
Nicky was right, so I think he wins. But you were.
You're the most valuable debater.
I'll take it.
There you
He's a master debater.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Right, that's 2 on the nose. I've also really been into fish.
On the head of your penis.
I've also really been into. God damn it! I've really been into fish where it has the head on it, like red snapper, shit like that.
That was an unintentional segue.
Yeah.
Bang.
Nice. I actually do like that stuff. That's always good.
What's your favorite?
I also do love salmon. And I feel like for me, if it's not salmon, because I eat so much salmon, it's like all the time I eat it. If it's not that, I think it would be crab legs. I love crab legs.
Oh, good call. I didn't think.
I would have. That's what I was gonna say as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I love crab legs.
Shellfish are great. Just shellfish in
It
general.
is
Just
so
fucking
good.
fire, dude.
So good. Fish can be iffy. Some fish is really good. Some
Yeah.
isn't.
Oh, you know
but
what else?
all shellfish is good.
You know what else I love? Calamari.
Except, actually, me and other Kelly went to that. It's like a place in. Oh, new segment. Chicago food.
Ooh,
Chicago food.
I wish I had a soundbite for it. All right, I'll create one. Da Bears. Da food. Da Bears food. So yeah.
Work in progress.
Chicago food.
Work in progress.
Me and other Kelly, we went to the seafood place in Lincoln Park, I believe it was. Lincoln Park or Lakeview. I don't remember what it's called, but it's one of those places similar to. It's like a ripoff of the Angry Crab.
I still gotta go there.
It's so good.
I heard
so
it's great.
good.
I heard it's
And all the ripoffs are also good. But so they bring out the seafood in bags. So we got mussels, shrimp, and crawfish.
Love it.
And we struggled mightily to eat the crawfish. Like I
Crawfish
regretted
is hard to eat. I've never figured it out. You're just like supposed to like suck it out. It's such a weird food to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to suck the head. Like, I'm not sucking no head.
Yeah.
I'm a man.
Unless it's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. You beat me to it. I was working my way to it.
I don't think you were.
Stop ruining my jokes.
I don't know. I think we got there first because we were going to get there.
Were
originally.
you working your way downtown? Walking fast.
I love Sarah Bareilles. She's so great. Oh man.
I thought you were going to say Terry Crews. And I was like, I love Terry Crews too.
Did you guys know that Cameron made a song over the
Yes.
Sarah Bareilles song?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was called 10,000 Miles or something.
That's weird. That's a weird.
The Proclaimers
What happened
song?
to Cameron? No.
Oh.
It was no, that's a different song. I think that's 5,000 miles or 500 miles. I would walk
500 miles and I would walk 500 more
just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to all right
at your door.
Sorry, everybody.
All right.
I love our music moments.
This is great.
I like singing. It's fun. I'm not good at it.
Me neither.
But yeah. So I do have a question for you guys. Hold on 1 second. Food court part 2.
Good Lord.
Fish versus fucking kill me. Oh my god. Fish versus shellfish. I'm gonna cry. Alright, can we alright. Edit that out!
No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Alright. Fish versus shell.
Good Lord, boy, get your shit together.
I've been drinking too many Puerto Rican beers.
I don't think that he's in a good place right now to
The
judge.
Pacific Ocean, home of the Puerto Ricans.
We live in the
I've
ocean
been drinking.
For what it's
like
worth,
Atlantis.
I don't feel comfortable.
No, I made a bad joke, didn't I? I made a J joke.
I don't feel comfortable with a drunk judge at the helm of the food court. I think he's.
Well, why don't you eat my ass?
You know what? You're back. Let's do it.
No,
I don't know why I said that. But yeah, present. All right, you guys have to choose different positions though.
What you
Again,
want?
all right, fish or shellfish. Which do you want? Jay, I think wants fish.
I'll take fish.
All right, I will take shellfish.
All right. I'm gonna have Jay go first.
Thank God.
Okay.
Please have a longer than 12-second argument.
All right. Here's my argument for fish, Your Honor. Fish, by far, is way more filling than any shellfish that you have. That's a fucking hard word to say.
It is.
So, fish is far more filling than
What do you call a crab that's always trying to sell you stuff? A shellfish?
That's good. That's good. Fish is far more filling than any shellfish that's out there. Any of the meat that you get out of a crab leg, out of a lobster, it's limited in your portions and what you can actually consume. Not only that, but you can do a lot more in terms of seasoning and actually the cooking styles of fish. You're pretty limited in what you're able to do with shellfish.
Yeah, shellfish is a lot more work, too.
No doubt.
Especially crawfish.
No doubt. Mic drop.
Crawfish is way too much work.
Mic drop.
Defend shellfish.
Shellfish is a lot of work, but shellfish is also better tasting. It's more decadent. You feel luxurious cracking open a lobster tail. It's a great feeling.
Luxurious.
Yeah. I feel like a king, like a sea king, okay? Yes.
I feel like a king wouldn't have to crack open his own food.
it would just break for
It
me.
would just break for you, yeah.
It'd be, no, you get a pile of crab.
I will say this. How many people do you know that have a fish allergy? I know a lot of people with a shellfish allergy.
That's
That's
okay.
I don't feel like that's a great argument.
It's not a great argument.
Come on, man. Come on.
Would you use that to argue about against peanuts?
Yeah, absolutely. I would talk about cashews, and I would say cashews are better than peanuts because peanuts give you allergies. Actually, all nuts give you allergies. It doesn't matter, but nonetheless,
I don't think they give you allergies. You can be allergic to
give
them.
me jelly or give me death. That's what I would say.
If you have a peanut allergy, do you know what you do?
I don't.
Cashew outside. How about that?
What?
I feel like that was forced. Clever. Good play on words.
Oh man,
Very clever.
that
Anyway. It's not playing.
Oh,
Oh.
damn it.
It's those damn fade outs.
Well, that was great. So who won? Your Honor.
I'm again gonna go with Nicky.
God damn
Wait,
it.
no, I picked you first, didn't I?
I won last
the
time.
first
Oh
time,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna pick Nicky this time.
What?
So
Shellfish.
I'm
decadence.
sorry, but honestly, whoever picked Shellfish would have won.
Unbelievable.
I'm slightly biased.
I call a retrial. This is bullshit. I need a new judge.
Nah.
He's biased.
Everyone's-
That's accurate.
Accurate?
Oh, have you ever seen that video of DJ Khaled saying accurate?
No.
I don't watch any GJ Khaled anything. Also, I was able to confirm that.
So my sound is accurate. It's a real sound, and I made sure of that. Because
Oh no!
right. So my sound is accurate.
Oh
Real
Lord!
sound, and I made sure of it.
Ignorant ass motherfucker. Dude.
Real sound. And I made sure of it.
Real.
Accurate.
I'm surprised he doesn't have like a traveling
For what it's
food
worth-
show.
Like accurate also would not have made sense in the context of what he was talking about. So what the fuck was he trying
Yeah,
to say?
it didn't make any sense. He
Good
said the word
Lord.
wrong and it was the wrong word.
It just doesn't even make any goddamn sense. Anyways,
music is accurate.
oh good Lord.
It's funny. Me and my friends, like, we used to watch that clip all the time. Like, me and two coworkers. And, like, it got to a point where it was hard for us to say accurate. So we would, if we had to say the word accurate and we weren't, like, around each other, we would have to, like, take a second and think about it and then figure out the correct pronunciation. Because we had gotten to a point where we were, like, if someone would say accurate, I can't even say it. If someone would say accurate, we would correct them. It's like, you mean accurate?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, so that became
Lord.
a thing. Anyway, let's move on. I can't believe who put this on the rundown, to be honest. Like, what kind of stupid question is this? Was it you, Jay?
course it was.
Jay. All right, Jay wants to know if oysters are stupid or dope. Obviously, they're dope. Oysters are great. They're an aphrodisiac, just like the summer, according to the Fresh Prince.
Summer.
Here's my thing. Big fan of oysters. Love oysters. Will almost always get oysters if they're on the menu. That being said, the idea of eating quote unquote oysters is kind of silly because really all you do is
Slurp.
One, they don't taste like any. I mean, they don't taste good. You don't actually consume them. You literally
They
just
do taste good.
well because you put fucking lemon and horseradish and everything else on it. But it's not like you're just eating oysters raw. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because you fucking eat a steak raw with no seasoning.
Some people have done that. I mean, you would do that way before you would do oyster.
No, you wouldn't. No, the fuck you wouldn't. You would eat a raw oyster. People eat raw oysters. That's how they're served most of the time.
You can eat steak
People
tartare.
don't- That's not how steak is normally served, though.
But it's
that's
a
a
form-
weird thing.
It's a form of steak.
It's normal to eat oysters raw. Can you? All right. All right. You're the judge. All right. I need to play the song now because
a lot of. This
we
is a
need
very
to
food
fucking.
court heavy episode.
We need to fight over this.
All right, go ahead. I want to be clear. I do like oysters and I consume them very.
I
often.
think he's being an idiot. Are you ready to
Yes.
judge? Because you're texting right
I'm
now.
not texting. This is for the show. I'm ready to go.
Alrighty. All right, let's be the fucking judge, Nicky.
Go ahead. I want you to start. I was waiting for you to start.
Oh yeah, because the judge waits for people to start.
You gotta set the stage. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Oysters. Can you have them just plain or not?
Not the argument.
The argument was, is it normal to have steak raw? Is having steak raw more normal than eating oysters raw? And we know the answer to this, but go ahead and say it.
I didn't say it was more normal. I want to be clear. I didn't say it was more normal. I was just saying that the concept of eating oysters, because we say we're eating oysters, but literally all you're doing is swallowing an oyster. You never eat an oyster.
How is eating different than swallowing?
It's the act of
swallowing
actually consuming.
is a part of eating.
Yeah, but it's the act of actually consuming the food. Like actually, like you have to chew the food to eat it.
Are you saying if you swallow something, you're not consuming it?
No.
You say if I take a sip of this beer, am I not consuming it because I didn't chew it?
You're drinking it. You're not eating it.
So then
I
you
didn't say I
drink
was eating it.
oysters.
He is so stupid today.
I said eat. I said eat, didn't I?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I like the taste of oysters. I don't have a problem with them.
I think eat is more about the actual thing that you're consuming. Like you eat food, you drink liquid.
Fair.
I don't think that you wouldn't say you drank an oyster.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
And like,
What would you say? Would you say you ate an oyster?
you don't
or you
choose-
drank an oyster?
No, you definitely
You don't-
eat oysters.
you don't chew ice cream or like a Frosty.
But do you drink ice cream or do you? Well, Frosty's not a good example.
Yeah, you do
but,
drink Frosty.
Yeah, you can drink a Frosty
It's a shake.
after it melts a little bit.
Also, why did he go with Frosty? Like he didn't
know.
say milkshake. He said Frosty.
I said ice cream because I feel like Frosty's a little thicker than.
You guys are making a good point.
Same thing with
You're making a
yogurt.
good point.
You know,
You're making a good point.
Yeah, no one eats steak tartare.
I don't know. The idea of oysters is interesting to me. Again, I like them. I almost always get them when they're on the menu.
Speaking of oysters, I went to Scofflaw the other day, and me and other Kelly, we had oysters that had like a BLT compound butter on them. They were
Interesting.
cooked.
That sounds good.
They weren't raw, and they were really good.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
good.
Was that like?
I've never
what's that
had
called Rockefeller style. Rockefeller, oysters Rockefeller. Those are cooked ones, right?
similar, but I don't. They weren't called oysters Rockefeller on
Right.
the menu, but yeah, oysters Rockefeller is very good too.
Yep.
I haven't had the food at Scofflaw before.
Neither have I.
It is
I've only
like
gone
right
there for
around the
drinks.
corner.
Yeah.
Would you like to go?
Yeah, let's go to Scofflaw
Right
for this.
the fuck now.
Well, we gotta finish
perfect.
the podcast.
Yeah,
And
after
for
the
this
podcast.
episode of Food Court, I go ahead and say that Matt's correct on that
I'm
one.
not losing.
Of course, I'm fucking correct.
Ridiculous.
You won the
Jesus,
first
You
one.
had a stupid argument.
Like-
That's only because Nicky's argument was 12 seconds.
That's fair. You didn't argue for very long.
I thought it was a good 12 seconds. You know?
Good lord.
Bum,
Bum, bum, bum, bum, bum. I've got a solid 12.
Disappointing, man. I'm having a rough go at it.
Yeah, 1 for 3 is bad.
Yeah. That was 333. That's Hall of Fame numbers.
Yeah,
in baseball.
Exactly.
Jay played baseball, didn't he?
Yeah.
I did. I was actually pretty good.
What a stupid sport. Anyway, I would say oysters are dope. I like oysters.
I like oysters. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to them. I eat them all the time. I do like them.
Not opposed. Okay. Whatever. So Jay, since you have all these opinions about things,
Hit me.
do you feel like cheap seafood is okay?
No. Well,
Depends on this.
it depends on where the cheap seafood's coming from.
Yeah.
I'm very weary of seafood when it comes to like cheap seafood because if there's anything that can give you food poisoning, like
Seafood.
chicken's probably at the highest level, but right below that is seafood
Yeah.
by far, no question. Like bad seafood will fuck you up, especially bad shellfish. That will fuck you up.
I honestly have never gotten sick from seafood except for the one time with the oysters.
Yeah, definitely shellfish by far. Like if you get a bad mussel or a bad oyster, you're fucked, dude.
Yeah.
That shit will wreck you. Just absolutely destroy
Well, I go
you.
to the gym, so I got nothing but good muscle.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, like, but fish is one of those things where like technically you can eat it raw because you can have it on sushi. But yeah, like when it comes to cheap seafood, like I'm just not a fan because if you cook cheap seafood, it comes out very gummy. Like
Yeah,
almost
that's
hard.
true.
It's gross.
That's accurate.
Oh, that's never gonna die.
That's accurate.
Nikki, how you feel about cheap seafood?
You Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of it. Like, I can't do cheap sushi. I tried once the first time I ever tried to have sushi. I had
Didn't we go to
cheaper.
Gorilla Sushi though?
Actually, that's true, and that's good sushi. That is well
So
made for
I don't
$2.
know that cheap is the
That's-
right descriptive word though. I think it's more so like quality.
Yeah, poor
You
quality.
know what I mean? Like low quality.
Well, you could say that about any food though.
Yeah,
Right. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat low quality food.
that's true. One of my favorite places to eat sushi at, and I know it's like not high end, but boy, do I love it. Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
That place.
I didn't know they had sushi.
I'm sorry, not sushi, just seafood.
Seafood and seafood in general.
I don't like
You're
Red
off.
Lobster. I feel like it's way overpriced for.
It is a little pricey.
It costs too much for the quality.
Yeah.
Oh, unless it's like Shrimp Fest or Lobster Fest.
Yeah, then
That's the only
everything's-
time to go.
Yeah.
But like Shrimp Fest, like they'll give you unlimited shrimp, and then they'll give you shrimp to go, even though they're not supposed to. We got a really super nice waiter once who gave us all kinds of free shrimp.
Nice.
He was like a fun, like sassy gay dude, and he was like super nice to me and my mom, and gave us all kinds of shrimp.
That's
It was
awesome.
Really nice.
My favorite. Sassy gay dudes who give away free shrimp.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
That's quite specific. I'd say it's Pacific, like this Puerto Rican beer I'm drinking, Pacifico.
God damn it. If my grandmother heard you, oh God. She would, man.
Is she alive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she would pray for you. Okay,
Oh, okay.
buddy? She would pray,
pray for
so
me.
hard for you.
I think I should be praying for her.
Word. Okay, buddy. All right, man.
I'm so
You want to come at
sorry.
Wella? You want to come at Wella? You want to come at my Wella?
I'm so sorry. That I saw an opportunity to make a mean joke. And
I will. Listen,
did
man.
it.
You can come at me. You can come at Nicky real hard. But you come at my Wella,
All right,
I'll take you out.
DJ Envy. Beige Rage is coming.
You can literally say whatever you want about Nicky. Like, I don't give a shit what you say about Nicky. But if you talk about my Wella, I will end you. I will end you.
In that case, Nikki's sweater is puke green.
That's you're not wrong.
I like to think of it as baby puke green.
You're not wrong. It looks like the color of what I would imagine it looks like when you cut into a fish. That's what it looks like.
What? What fish
No,
is
it's
that
pink.
color?
The hell kind of fish you color?
Listen, man, I didn't take biology classes, okay? I don't know nothing about this.
It looks like the inside of like a rotten lime.
It looks like the same color of what the inside of the creature from Shape of Water looks like.
Yeah, I could see that. If we added a little neon to it, for sure.
Yeah, if you like cut off the Shape of Water creature's arm, that's the color that would be inside of it.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Nikki looks like a thrift store threw up on her.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Oh man, if only the video works.
Yeah.
You can see it.
You look like a homeless hipster. That's what you look like. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You look like a homeless person.
His outfit looks like he works part time, exactly like the camera.
Anyways, what's the next topic?
I'm not done roasting. Now I'm done. More might come back. Favorite seafood restaurant.
That's tough.
I really like Fish Bar, but I think it closed. It was owned by DMK.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
right. It's right. Crap, like on Sheffield or something like
Sheffield,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one is Angry Crab. It's just great.
Yeah, I haven't been
It's
there
so
yet.
good. It's very no nonsense. Like we're just gonna bring you a bag of shrimp or a bag of mussels or a bag of crab legs, and
Yeah.
you're gonna enjoy it.
There aren't too many like seafood places in Chicago because it's a Midwest city. It's not like we have easy access to fish.
Yeah.
Public and Anchor though in the Wicker Park area is a primarily seafood based restaurant. They have a lot of different fish dishes, and even their brunch menu has seafood elements to it. I've gone there a couple times. I definitely like that. There's definitely a lot of places that are not necessarily seafood restaurants, but I still like their seafood. Seasons 52 is a really good restaurant downtown that I really like. I think it's more of a franchise, but their food is bomb. GT Fish and Oyster is another one that's like really, really good. Yeah, there's so many fucking restaurants. And like I've been to a couple places. Like I went to a bunch of places, even though I didn't get to go to Neptune's, I went to a bunch of places in Boston. I've gone to places in LA that have really good seafood. trying to think of like the best seafood dish I've had. It's hard to say. See, yeah, it's just because we live in Chicago, like it's not like there's a lot of seafood only restaurants, so you just happen to get seafood.
One good seafood place is Papados in the suburbs.
I do like
Papados.
Papados is always solid in terms of
Yeah.
like franchises. That was
It's a
always
solid
solid.
franchise.
Those are probably mine.
Definitely try Fish Bar though.
I'll have to check.
I'll have to try that one out too. Not an actual restaurant, but they do.
I think the one in Lincoln Park is closed, but there is one in Navy Pier.
Okay, that sounds familiar. Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're talking about. Actually,
Not really like a restaurant, but they do serve cooked fish. Hagen's Fish Market over like on Montrose and Central. Dude. They got real good shrimp over there.
Yeah,
and
that was the spot back in the day.
My mom always tells me about Lawrence Fishery.
I've never been there.
I've heard of it, but never been.
I know
there.
there's a place called Goose Island Fishery or Shrimp House or something like that too, right on like Division.
Yeah.
I went there once. That's the first time I had frog legs, but that's another spot that has like good seafood, a lot of fried seafood for sure.
Speaking of fried seafood, baked, grilled, or fried, I think we know the answer. Come on. Why'd you even write this? Like, seriously?
I mean, I think it depends on the fish. I wouldn't eat fried salmon.
I think you're just scared.
But like traditionally speaking, like salmon isn't a fish.
Salmon
you
should
would
be
fry.
baked or grilled.
Like
fried
tilapia, catfish, like those all make sense. Cod is
perch.
great. Yeah, perch. Like a lot of whitefish is really good for frying, just because it's like fattier and it's thicker.
Yeah,
that's why like good fish and chips, like really good like traditional fish and chips are fucking bomb.
Ooh,
dude.
I do love.
That's
some
one of
fish
my
and
go-tos.
chips.
When I go to the bar, if I see fish and chips, I almost always get fish and chips.
So good.
Actually, I think the next time I'm at a bar, I'm gonna get fish and chips.
Here's a question about fish and chips, though. Do you like a lot of batter on your fish and chips, or like very little batter on your fish?
I like
and
a lot
chips?
of batter.
Yeah, I like them. I like to be kind of crunchy.
I've gotten to the point now where I actually like less batter. I kind of like it to be just barely breaded, and then have it be more like flaky fish. I want to go to the UK so bad just to like have some real like fish and chips. But yeah, definitely fried. Easy answer there. But
have you been to Elephant Castle?
No.
It's like right near where we work.
Oh,
Wait,
you know
yeah,
what? You,
we've
me, and
been
Danny
there.
went there one time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like a British restaurant.
Yeah.
Good fish and chips.
I don't know if we got fish and chips when we went there.
I don't think we did
I love
actually,
them.
which is kind of sad. We should go there and get some fish and chips.
Yeah, I'm down for that. But yeah, I like fried, obviously. But I think there are certain fishes that are only good grilled, like salmon, tuna, bass, like shit like that, mahi. Like you wouldn't fry those. Baked, I've never really been a big fan of when it comes to fish. I much prefer.
I will bake like salmon if like put it in aluminum foil with some butter and some lemon.
Maybe like
That's
sliced
delicious.
lemon.
Yeah, I remember we did that when I went camping once with some of my
Or in
boys.
some parchment. I actually I saw like a tasty video and I'd made this. It was like a bed of asparagus with salmon on top, dill, lemon wedges or lemon slices on top, and just like wrap it in parchment and bake it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
I love it.
I want you to say the next one on there to ask me. I want you to ask me directly.
You got it. So conventional wisdom says when you eat fish, you should drink white wine. It pairs well with fishes. It's a lighter meat, and white wine tends to be a lighter alcohol. So if you're eating fish, do you only drink white wine?
I can't believe you even asked me this. White wine is disgusting.
What?
White wine is sugar water.
Sure.
It's just sugar water, and it's disgusting.
Okay.
And it makes me sick, and it gives me a headache. It makes me wish I was dead.
Nicky?
I like a chilled glass of white wine in the summertime.
Ezra?
I don't really like it outside of summertime. I don't really like having white wine.
I'll drink white wine on occasion. I like a nice like Sauvignon Blanc. It's
I
light.
fucking hate both of you.
Wow.
He's hungry.
Red wine. Red wine only.
so-
Cabernet.
Red wine.
Wait for it.
He's so hungry.
Yeah, I could tell. He's very hungry.
Boy, here it comes. Here, maybe not. It's not coming. There it is.
Red wine is all I drink. Cold Stone Cream Austin doesn't fuck with some sugary white wine. That's disgusting. I don't want a headache. I can't have a headache and whoop ass. Cabernet, Shiraz, Merlot, Cold Stone doesn't give a fuck as long as it's not white. I don't like my wine like I like my girls. Oh, man.
Oh, Lord. Shout out to other Kelly, I guess.
She actually did ask me when I made that joke about what was it, colonizing white girls or some shit.
Yep.
She asked me if she was the like the butt I was trying to colonize or some shit. I don't remember what I said.
Woof.
So yeah, shout out to you. I can't wait till you listen to this on Friday at 3 a.m. and you're like, oh no, what's wrong with him? But whatever.
Shit. Boy,
You've gotten so many shout outs,
If
so
you could see my
I'm
face-
speaking directly to you.
if you could see my face, I'm so uncomfortable, but I'm good. I'm gonna get past
I'm
this.
uncomfortable too,
gonna get through
and
this.
we can guarantee you that other Kelly is also uncomfortable. She probably doesn't like that I keep calling her other Kelly. Anyway, we got one more topic. I would like to know. Well, actually, Nikki, you put it on there. You ask.
Shrimp. A term used to make fun of people who are having a little trouble with height.
I heard that way too often.
Yeah, but also a type of food that you eat. It's
Also-
delicious.
Also, it's a sexual thing when you suck on people's toes. It's called going shrimping. Anyways, continue.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
I learned that this week.
Ew.
That's
Anyways,
disgusting.
When you suck on somebody's toes, it means it's called going shrimping.
well, as we can tell, there are lots of different kinds of shrimp.
Problematic.
I want to know, what's your favorite kind of shrimp?
Great question. I've always been a cocktail
'Cause-
shrimp guy.
Okay, nice.
Love cocktail shrimps.
I don't like
Love
cocktail
cocktail
shrimp.
shrimps. Just dip them in the cocktail sauce. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I hate cocktail sauce, and I hate cold shrimp. I don't hate cold shrimp. I actually can do cold shrimp.
I'll dominate
But I
cocktail
would much
shrimp.
rather have hot shrimp. Hot shrimp. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Was Waterboy
I literally-
coming out?
I literally said hot shrimp, and I looked at Nicky right in his eyes. I don't know why I did that.
I think Waterboy was coming out on that one.
Waterboy.
Really
Oh,
uncomfortable.
Waterboy's
Waterboy,
coming
get
out
that
with some
hot shrimp.
singles.
Yeah.
Hot tracks.
All right. I'm just gonna give you the titles to 3 Waterboy songs.
Bangers.
No Pants Today, BPA Free, and Lemons in a Ziploc. You've already heard a snippet of Lemons in a Ziploc. If you haven't, I don't know. Find the episode.
Yeah,
It's
listen to
on.
previous episodes. You'll listen to it.
Hold
You'll
on.
find it. Don't give away too much.
BPA Free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waterboy always BPA Free.
It's a
That's
known
amazing.
fact. It's a known
But
fact.
yeah, my favorite type of shrimp, I would say like broiled. I know that's
Broiled
like
shrimp's good.
Interesting.
that's not a normal way to cook it, but my boy Alton Brown, who once liked one of my tweets,
A long time ago.
I will punch you in your nose across this table. Jesus, you're a dick. Anyway, he has a recipe where he broils shrimp. It's really good. Because broiling is like it's like grilling it, but just turned upside down. It's like a propane grill.
Whoa.
Crazy.
Wow. I really want a burger from Scofflaw, so maybe that's why I'm so angry. Anyway, what about you, Jay?
I said cocktail
Cocktail
shrimp.
Oh yeah, what about you, Nikki?
For me, I love.
You two look alike.
That's
Y'all
true.
two look alike.
He's not right.
Y'all related or something?
Maybe.
Are you both Mexican?
No.
Jump over this table. It's gonna
We
happen.
both finna jump over this table. I beat you in the middle, bitch. All right, I'm sorry.
all right.
I apologize to the listeners for screaming into the mic.
Yeah, and then this is sort of like a callback to Hagen's, but the popcorn shrimp, they had some amazing popcorn shrimp there. Breaded, it's so good. Came with a nice little dipping
I miss
sauce.
popcorn chicken.
Popcorn chicken is also fun. Yeah, something about popcorn chicken. Something about popcorn style, like Nibs, the popcorn style ice cream. Love that shit. Just grab one, toss it in your mouth. I don't know.
Grab it, toss it in your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of of fried shrimp, like
Yeah.
actual fried shrimp. Like
Yeah,
that brings
fried
back a lot of memories from like back in the day when we were still Catholic and we would get fried shrimp on Fridays because we couldn't eat meat on Fridays because of what, Passover, right? Lent. Sorry.
Did you think you were Jewish?
Did you say
I
Passover?
don't know, dude. I haven't been Catholic in fucking years. I had to tell this old lady that
I was
this
never
weekend.
Catholic, and I know Passover is not a Catholic.
Come on,
thing.
that's super Jewish.
I've always wanted to be a Jew.
That sounded offensive.
That sounded terrible, but it's not. It's like
super Jewish.
there's literally so many.
He might as well have said Jew-y. That's the way he
No,
said that.
there's so many like sitcoms where the characters that are Jewish are like, we got Passover. There's always.
Super Jewy. Man.
I didn't say
Keep digging
Jewy.
that grave. All right. Anyway, would you guys like to plug anything? Possibly something not anti-Semitic.
I'm out. I got nothing.
I'm just kidding. Nikki's not anti-Semitic. Jay made a face.
Don't make that face.
If only we had video. Anyway, Nikki before the show was like, if the camera stops rolling, don't bring it up this time. And I brought it up 4 times.
You're good at that. You're good at ignoring what we say.
Anyway, I would like for you guys to rate, comment, subscribe, review, Eat Yay Love. That's how we get up in the ratings. Get a poll up in them ratings. Rankings. I'm drinking.
We got to get him some food.
Yeah, I need food.
He's falling off.
I'm falling apart. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Anyway, now I'm making jokes that don't make sense. I'm really hungry, and I would like for you to rate, comment, and subscribe, because if you don't, I won't have money to eat. All right. Anyway, follow me on Instagram at FATTR33D. Don't even bother following me on Twitter because I don't want to say both. Figure it out. Just figure it out. Anyway, also kill the guy who owns my my username.
Let's
on
execute
Instagram.
a very elaborate plan to kidnap him and
Yeah.
put him in a room until he confesses / signs into his account and deactivates it forever.
Yeah, can we like waterboard him?
Waterboard.
Oh god.
I forced
All right,
it.
that's the fourth Waterboy single.
Waterboard.
No, that's a bad idea.
That's a
Very
terrible
hard to say.
idea.
Very hard to say both.
But yeah, I'm not saying torture him or kill him, but I mean, just do what you think is necessary to
And
get my username.
I'll say, like, if you're him, we gonna find you.
Stop listening.
Start running.
Actually, no. If you're listening, rate, comment, and subscribe, and maybe we won't kill you.
That's all we want to say.
Anyway, or kill us first. No, I need to. Nicky's shaking his head
Somebody
at me.
cut him off. Please cut him off.
Oh god, I'm sorry, guys.
Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, J_Keyless. Follow us on YouTube, The Yay Network. Feel free to email us any suggestions or feedback at theyaynetwork@gmail.com. Website coming soon. We've been saying that for months, but we'll get there.
Also, email me instructions on how to get on the dark web. Not anything to do with what I've been talking about. I just want to get on the dark web.
Yeah, theyaynetwork@gmail.com for that information. Nicky, anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm on social media.
What happened to the disclaimers, Jay? Because you're making all the offensive jokes. Now I make some, and your disclaimers are gone.
Oh, the views of one Matt Reed.
All
The
right,
views of
shut
one
up.
Network.
Finish your plug.
I'm on social media at Nicky Palooza. That's it.
Nothing else?
That's it.
Have you been twitching?
I've only done it the one time. I haven't had time.
Okay.
I twitch all the time when I'm really tired and when I haven't really slept a lot.
Wow, that was so funny. Anyway,
That was harsh.
Why did you say it like
that felt
that?
mean. That hurt a little bit.
all right, guys. Nikki,
Matt is mean when he's hungry.
Jay,
Yeah.
did you guys know that this is the podcast that eats with you,
Okay,
yays with you,
that's cool.
and I hear that this podcast loves you way more than those other fucking podcasts.
Yeah, if you've been listening to this podcast, I'm gonna go shrimping on them toes.
Jesus Christ. If you, hey, also rate, comment, and subscribe, and find me on the dark web. For Nicky, for Jay, for Matt, this has been EA Love, and we love you. Bye.